103.5 FM.
Douglas scores! What a goal! That's it!
Get in the game. Feel the thrill. Sport Today, we keep it real. Scores and news from the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, France League 1, Germany Bundesliga, Italia Serie A, Nigeria Premier Football League, Formula 1, basketball, tennis, boxing, all day long. Tune in now where sports belong. On your Super Dial, every play, every win makes you smile. Join us live, don't miss a beat. For the love of sports, our passion's complete. Sport Today, your sport headquarters, where action speaks louder just for you. An honor, 103.5 FM. We're in the zone for sports fans everywhere. Welcome home.
It's a beautiful Friday afternoon from the studios of Honor 103.5 FM. Welcome to the very last edition for the week. Thank God it is Friday. We call it a Sport Day on the biggest sporting platform, Honor 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from Bodija. Here in the brand new city of Ibadan. What do we do on this show? We serve you the latest, the biggest, and of course, the most interesting from the world of sport. Just yesterday, we saw a game involving Nigeria and Tunisia. Right there after the FIBA World Cup qualifier, a game Nigeria lost after winning the first quarter of that game. Eventually, they lost to their host, Tunisia. We'll talk about that on the show this afternoon. Also, take stories from the Nigerian Handball League going down in Lagos. Interesting after match day 3. And of course, it was a beautiful week because later today, it's going to be a big one. Rivers United will be in action later today against a bigger side right there at the CAF Champions League. Don't forget that the NNN will resume later tomorrow. We'll look to all the games that will be going down this weekend, both from the NNN and, of course, from the Nigerian Premier Football League, because Shooting Stars will be at home against Economic Warriors of Maiduguri. Interesting games that will be going down in the world of football just this weekend. Chelsea against Arsenal. Another game to watch. My name is Agunmu Adeni. I'm not alone in the studio. I got Samuel Akin today, and together we're taking you through the ever interesting, fascinating, ever heartbreaking with sports. Samuel.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Ayomiko. Good afternoon to our esteemed listener. It's always a pleasure to be in the studio. And of course, this is the very last edition, not just for this week, actually, for this month as well. Because by this time, next week, Monday, that we resume for Sports Today, it will be happy new month, December busy. So we hope that it's going to be an interesting conversation today because we've got a lot to talk about. So many talking points. Like you said, the Tigers, what a frustrating start to their World Cup qualifiers it was for them yesterday because they lost to Tunisia in the opener of the World Cup qualifier. Don't forget the last time they participated in the World Cup was 2019. They missed out in 2023. So this is their shot at redemption. They're actually trying to get back to the world stage. But it was a tough start for them yesterday, even though they won their first quarter. But before you could say, Jack, they lost in the halftime. And of course, it was it ended 88-78 points after overtime for the Tigers, Nigerian men's basketball national team. Not a good one for them, but then we hope that they can pass back
against Guinea in their next game.
Yeah, they've got Guinea coming up for them in their next game. We know that, of course, Tunisia is not a pushover. They are one of the formidable forces, one of the powerhouses when it comes to basketball on the continent. And of course, we hope that the inspiration to be back on the big stage can fuel their motivation. Talking about the Tigers, to actually fancy their chances and navigate the remaining qualifiers. If they can be back to winning ways against Guinea in their next game, it is not over on his over, but not a good one for them, not a good start. It was a very, very frustrating and disappointing start for them, especially after starting on an impressive note against Tunisia yesterday, winning the first, the first quarter by 15 to 12 points. One would actually think that they were up to something, but they were down to 35 to 32 by halftime. And of course,
at the end of the day, again they lost.
After overtime, they lost. Of course, we have so many interesting talking points from the world of football. Like you said, NNL action continues this weekend, and of course, it will be match day 15 in the Nigerian Premier Football League, the top flight of Nigerian men's football, and of course, in the APL as well, in the English Premier League, to be a London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Two of the best teams in the land, two of the most, let me say, informed teams in the English Premier League face off on Sunday, and of course, that can actually affect the title race this season, because if Arsenal wins, they extend their lead to 9 points, and if Chelsea wins, they close the gap to 3 points. So that we can say it's going to be very, very interesting to look forward to this weekend. Spanish La Liga also interesting games. In the French Ligue 1, in the Italian Serie A, we've got so many interesting talking points. I think we should just get started.
Okay, let's get started. But before we do that, Samuel, how will you describe this week? A week that ushered us into the UEFA Champions League, seeing Chelsea destroying Barcelona. And of course, Arsenal also trashing Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium. Come on, guys.
I know where you are coming from, because you've not gotten an opportunity to talk about that game on air. Because I remember you were not here on Wednesday. I did.
Come on.
I talked about that, and
of
course,
I wasn't even talking about the week at large.
The week was fantastic. Honestly, action-packed week it was, and look at the actions in the UEFA Champions League match day 5. It delivered everything. The rivalry between Chelsea and Barcelona. Of course, we can also call maybe some sort of rivalry between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, especially at this point in time, being one of the perfect teams in the Champions League. Prior to that game, they've been unbeaten. Both teams have been unbeaten, especially Bayern Munich. They've been unbeaten all season.
And they've been scoring goals at the best attacking side
against the best defense side. So it was a fantastic week of action. Yeah. It was filled with interesting talking points, actions, goals in the Champions League. Kylian Mbappe scoring fastest hat-trick in 7 minutes, scoring 4 goals in a game. And of course, Tottenham Hotspur conceding 5 goals against Paris Saint-Germain. That's 9 goals in the last 2 games, because they conceded 4 against
Liverpool?
Arsenal.
Because they lost at home
Liverpool
as well.
Their problem continues against PSV losing 4-1.
And City also lost at home.
Come on. So unthinkable, surprising result. No one could have predicted Manchester City to lose at home to Bayern Leverkusen in that manner. 2-0 at home. They did not even score a single goal. What was Pep Guardiola smoking? Making 10 changes to the starting 11 in that game. You would think that maybe they have qualified automatically to the next stage, but they've not qualified, and I don't see any justification for that.
Maybe because of Leeds United.
Not because of Leeds United.
I begin to wonder what happened.
Why will you be resting player for Leeds United?
And you're playing at
Etihad. He said he's resting players because of the busy schedule coming up in Christmas festive period. It's always very jam-packed, always busy.
Definitely.
The December time is always like that. But then there is no justification
for that,
especially when you are not in a very comfortable position on the log in the UEFA Champions League. But by and large, it was a good week. Like I said, Liverpool, their problem continues. Back-to-back losses. They conceded 3 against Manchester City before the international break. After international break, conceded 3 against Nottingham Forest at home. And of course, against PSV, they conceded 4. Shambolic mistakes, schoolboy errors from their 2 centre-backs, Konate and Van Dijk. They need to do something, and it's not really, because as it stands, I don't think it's going to escape. For me, I said it on Sunday that it should be sacked. I see no reason why he's still the manager of Liverpool, because, they are losing every game. Every back to back across the competition, it is very, very bad for them.
Okay, also this week we saw the match day 1 of the Nigerian Women Football League, and of course a historic moment for Paysita Queens, their first league game against Adamawa Queens, a game they lost 2 goals to nothing. what a start for them. The next game is going to be an away game as well, far away in Uyo.
Yeah,
playing
against Ibom Angels. It's not looking promising for the debutants, but then we need to cut them some slack. They are just making their debut in the top flights of women club football in Nigeria, and you know that they have not been acclimatized to the environment.
I mean, it's very understandable.
Their
first game away from home against Adamawa Queens that have been playing the league for quite a number of years.
I think we should not focus on the scoreline. We should rather just focus on the performance. Did they come to the party? Did they give Adamawa Queens a game? Did they play good football? That should be the question. Of course, they have a very experienced technical advisor, Akim Busari, who of course is an experienced coach. When you talk about Nigerian football, both men's and women football, at some point it was with Crown FC. It was also with Shooting Stars at some point.
At some point with Gateway as well.
I think his last job, talking about the women football, was with Bayelsa Queens when they won the league last season. I don't know the role. I think it was technical advisor's role. But having him, they've gone to the highest level of talking about Payseta Queens management. It shows that they've gone to the highest level of women football to bring quality.
They got some qualities also in the team.
They made some recruitment, they signed players.
So it's understandable that these guys are still new as a team. They are new,
of course.
In the system as well, they are
in
new.
the league. They are new, but let's hope that they are going to bounce back and let's see how they react against the Ibom Angels. Though it's going to be another tough test for them because away from home.
Because Ibom Angels,
they played a draw, goalless draw away from home. So that speaks of quality that they have. Now they are playing their first game at home this season against Payseta Queens. Anything can happen, but I think even if they lose, we should just take it easy with them.
Okay, later today it's going to be a big one. Rivers United will be in action at the CAF Champions League. Remember their first game away from home against Pyramid. They lost the game. Today, another chance for them to,
is it really another chance? They are playing at home, but then, when you are up against the defending champion of the Confederation Cup, another formidable team on the continent, RS Bakane of Morocco. They are very good. And of course, Rivers United, they seem to struggle to score goals. And we saw how they played against Pyramids, even though they played very well in the first half of that game. It ended goalless, and I don't know why and how they switch off completely in the second half of that game. Because when I saw the scoreline in the first half, I was thinking maybe they can salvage something.
Even though they want to lose, maybe won't go to nil.
Yeah,
but then at the end of the day,
they lost 3-0. The switch of Atef Ahmed scoring an hat-trick in that game.
A midfielder for that matter.
Attacking midfielder. How can they cope against a formidable side like RS Bakane, who defeated Power Dynamos in their opening until it goes to nil? So it shows the quality in that group. The two formidable teams in that group, and the two favorites to qualify to the next round. It shows RS Bakane and Pyramids. Can Rivers United do something? Can they bounce back? Can they get something away from this game? Only time we say, I cannot say confidently that they are going to get something. Forget the fact that they are playing at home.
They are playing against one of the best on the continent.
They are not even playing on their home soil, so to say.
We
just say they are playing on Nigerian soil. They are not playing in Rivers. They are not playing in Adoki Amesi Amaka Stadium
in Port
Harcourt. They are playing far away from home. Well, is it really far? I don't think. I think it's near. But the point is they are still playing away from home, but they can capitalize on the fact that they've been playing at that stadium.
They are familiar with the stadium.
They are familiar with the stadium compared to RS Bakane that are just coming to town. If they can take advantage of their chances, I know that maybe they will get home advantage if the fans can come around and support them. That can also spur them to victory. But then, can they get enough fans in the stadium? Even when they are playing at home, they don't seem to have fans even at the Adoki Amaka Stadium. Okay. So these are the problems that they are facing. But let's just hope that they are going to get something away from this game.
Okay, action right there after the second tier of football in Nigeria. Talking about the Nigerian National League match day 2 will resume this weekend. Tomorrow, to be precise, it's going to be a very busy time out because in Lagos, Inter Lagos will be hosting the guys are from Akure, Sunshine Stars of Akure, 1 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. And of course, Bomosho, Crown FC will playing their game against Abia Comment. A game that will be going down 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Of course, Beyond Limit against Smart City. A lot of games will be going down.
Actually, 2 games will go down this evening, 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. respectively. Sporting Supreme we host Gombe United, and of course you have Sporting Lagos
against
Thomas from Abeokuta. So it's more or less like a Southwest derby between Sporting Lagos in Lagos and Thomas FC of Abeokuta, and of course Sporting Supreme. Two sporting teams in Lagos. You have Sporting Lagos, you have Sporting Supreme. Interesting. Let's see Sporting Lagos. They've been one of the best teams so far, and of course you know that they've been around for some time. They've been in the Premier League, talking about the Premiership, MPFL, before they got relegated to the NNL. Let's see what they can do against Thomas SC.
Tomorrow.
I think it will be today.
Today, 4 p.m. Nigerian time.
But I don't know where will be the venue for these games.
Stadium. For Sporting Lagos, they'll be playing at
where will Sporting Supreme play?
Sporting Supreme should be tomorrow, right?
Oh, so Sporting Supreme is not
tomorrow.
No, it's today. It's not a Lagos team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are in Abuja.
Abuja.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not a Lagos-based team.
Interesting one coming from Nigerian football. Later tomorrow, 2 games will be going down in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Tornadoes against the reigning champion Raymond Stars, and of course in Benin City, Benin Insurance up against Wiki Toys of Bauchi. And on Sunday, the rest of the game will be going down. Shooting Stars against Economic Warriors of Maiduguri. Barawa FC will be at home against Kwara United, Ikorodu City against Abia Warriors, and of course Bayelsa United at home against Katsina United, Himba against Rangers.
Oriental Derby.
Big one.
Big one at the Aba Township Stadium.
Yeah.
The People's Elephant up against the Flying Antelopes. And of course, it's been a very, very bad time or bad run of games for People's Elephant. They've been struggling for form, and of course Rangers International, maybe they can fasten their chances, although it's going to be interesting. It's a derby game, anything can happen. I remember the last season that Enyimba won the league. I remember the derby between Enyimba and Rangers. It was fully packed.
That was when Rangers won
the league 2024.
The second leg, that was massive.
It was more or less like a title decider. The second leg of that derby game was so maybe we are going to have, but I don't know if we are going to have a full packed stadium on Sunday. This is one of the games that can actually sell MPFL, because when you have a Yimba against Rangers International, you know you are in for a showdown. It's going to be interesting. Okay. Also, at the Lagos Salami Stadium, another game to look forward to. Shooting Stars versus Economic Warriors. The battle of the Warriors. Rivers United against Kano Pillar has been postponed because of Rivers United's duty
in the CAF
Champions League. For Ikorodu City, they would look to get back to winning ways. Don't forget they lost their game
against
on Monday against Kano Pillars. They returned to the to Onikon Stadium, talking about Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Now they play against Abia Warriors. It's going to be a tough test for them, but I think they can win that game. Wadi Wolves against Nasarawa United. Another game to look forward to, because Nasarawa United are topping the table, and of course they travel to Ozoro to take on Wadi Wolves.
Okay, guys, so you are seeing on to sport today, the biggest in Southwest Nigeria. But now we're going on a short commercial break. After this break, we talk more on the Shooting Star game and focus on the weekend action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the 103.5 FM. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be swept away as we usher in the majestic 22nd edition of Miss Oyo State 2025.
Are you graced with both beauty and the brains? Do you dare or becoming a true beauty queen? Listen closely to what awaits.
The Miss Oyo State Beauty Pageant 2025 is about to set the stage ablaze in the heart of the city this December on Sunday 14 at Felicia Hall, Jogo Center, time 2 p.m. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Pamela Minini Olufunke Makinde, wife of the Oyo State Executive Governor. Mother of the Day, Senator Mansura Sumon, Chairman of the occasion, Chief Dr. Sanusi, Chief Host, Dr. Yinka Ayefele MON. The host with the most, the irresistible Isaac Brown, the mayor.
Star Prize is an official car by Ilaji Hotels and Sports Resorts. Miss Oyo competition forms now available at Fresh FM Ibadan Marketing Department, or please call 0803 717 8043. Gate fees
3,000 naira.
regular 15,000 naira, front row seats 200,000 naira, gold ticket 500,000 naira.
Media partners.
Honor FM Ibadan.
Proudly supported by
Ilaji Hotels and Sports Resorts,
Coca-Cola,
Oyo Algon,
Foodco,
Ripples Catering Services,
UI Hotels,
Jogo Center and Hotels, Ultima Foods,
Dupsy Agbeni Store, Melody Trade Sounds Trend,
Better Jollof.
Signal 7000, Baysetter Transport Service, Item 7 Go. It's Oyo State 2025 live this December on Sunday 14 at Felicia Hall, Jogo Center, Ibadan. Time 2 p.m. prompt. Miss Oyo State 2025.
Imagine having the freedom to work, play, and connect without interruptions. That is what fast internet means to us. At Highword Networks, we are passionate about delivering super fast, unlimited internet that is 6 times faster than the competition. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, we've got you covered. A reliable internet and 24/7 customer support ensure you stay connected always. So what are you waiting for? Join the iWorld Networks family today and discover a seamless internet experience. Call Jeffrey on 081 3058 9466 or visit our website www.iwn.ng to get started. iWorld Networks, connecting possibilities.
On 103.5 FM.
All right, welcome back from that short commercial break. We are still on to sport today. The biggest in Southwest. You can join the conversation live on Facebook right about now at 103.5 FM. Of course, we're going to take your comments. Information reaching us now from the camp of Enyimba is that DGIN. Here we go.
Yeah, he's set to join Enyimba, the People's Elephant, as the new technical advisor or coach. As the case may be. We signed a 1-year deal with an option of a renewal from Crown FC to Enyimba, from NNL to the top flight. That's a good one for the GIN. Congratulations to him. We hope that he's going to turn things around for the People's Elephant. Don't forget they parted ways with their former manager, who of course was one of the longest serving coaches in Nigeria, talking about Stanley Agunmu, who left Rivers United for Enyimba, but they parted ways with him over a poor run of games. Now they have gotten another technical advisor or another coach or another manager. Of course, we like to use the word technical advisor in this part of the world. The giant to Enyimba, here we go. He will be in charge. He'll be at the dugout when they face. That's a very big task for him. A top encounter against Rangers International. He's going to start his life as the new coach of Enyimba with a showdown. Of course, that's going to be with a derby game, an Oriental derby against Rangers International. But, of course, he's going to play. They are at home, so maybe that will also give him opportunity. Let's just see what will happen. But the GIN is set to join Enyimba International.
All right. Just yesterday, after the Europa League, we saw some big games. AS Roma won their game 2-1 at Aston Villa at the Villa Park against Young Boys. They also won their game 2-1. FC Porto won their game 3-0. Celtic won away from Lille. Securing victory yesterday. A lot of games went down. Ladies and gentlemen, let's
Crystal Palace lost at home to Strasbourg. That was very at home at the Selhurst Park. I didn't see that coming actually, and of course that was one of the interesting talking points yesterday in the UEFA Europa League. I never saw that coming. I mean, Crystal Palace losing at home, and of course Strasbourg has also away from home, not at home. I beg your pardon, away from home. Strasbourg were at home. 2-1 it ended away from home. But then Strasbourg has shown us that they are a young team, but they are getting it right. They are one of the most promising teams in the French Ligue 1 this season. They nearly defeated Paris Saint-Germain. Remember, I think that game ended in 3-3 or 3-2. I think it ended in 3-3, where they were leading by 3-1 at halftime against Paris Saint-Germain. And of course, looking at the current standing of the Europa League now, I'm trying to get where Strasbourg are currently. They've been promising this season. They've been one of the best teams, like I said, one of the best young teams in Europe for this season. Let's see how far they can go. That was a big win for them, winning against Crystal Palace.
They
are
solid.
even topping. They are second on the log. I said it. Second with 10 points. Joint top actually because Samson Spor are first on the log after match day 4 in the Europa League with 10 points. Strasbourg has 10 points as well after match day 4, and then you have Crystal Palace 18th with 6 points. That was
okay. As well, Nottingham Forest defeated
Ayo.
3 goals to nothing.
It was Conference League. I said Europa. It was Conference League.
That is Strasbourg, right?
Conference League, not Europa League.
Okay. Away from all of that now, tomorrow action will resume across several centers right there in English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, freshly gone. It's going to be a very busy weekend, even though Chelsea will be at home against Arsenal later on Sunday. But before then, a lot of games will be going down tomorrow, Saturday, across several centers in Europe. Brentford against Burnley, City at the Etihad Stadium against Leeds United, Sunderland against Bournemouth, Everton against Newcastle United, Tottenham Hotspur against Fulham, and of course, in the freshly gone, Monaco against PSG. What a game we have at hand on Saturday against the reigning European champions. It's going to be a big one. And of course, Bundesliga, Bayern Munich will be in action. Serie A, Juventus against Cagliari, AC Milan against Lazio. And in the Spanish La Liga, action also will resume. Barcelona will be in action after losing to Chelsea.
Yeah, Barcelona will look to bounce back from that defeat, even though Fermin Lopez will not be involved in that game. He got injured against Chelsea, so he will not be part of that game. But be it as it may, it's a winnable game for Barcelona. Also for Paris Saint-Germain against AS Monaco, that should be a cracker. But I don't think Monaco can stand a chance against Paris Saint-Germain. I think the gap in quality is wide. Paris Saint-Germain definitely will still win the French League this season. The focus and the attention will be on Sunday. It's going to be a super Sunday in the English Premier League. Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park will welcome Manchester United. 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. 3:05 p.m. and then you have Nottingham Forest against Brighton and Hove Albion. That should be a cracker. That should be another game to look forward to. Another interesting game is going to be between West Ham against Liverpool. That's another tough test for Liverpool on the road because they will travel to London to take on West Ham. West Ham struggling